Hi all, welcome back, and this is our final video on the Salt in Water web application, and this purely confines to the usability of the user interface of the application and also the whole workflow end to end that we will demo it. All right, so this is the home page of the application, which has the standard applications such as your you can book it either online, you can text it, or you can call from your mobile if you want to, and those are all the channels that we have. Apart from that, we also have created some social media marketing sites such as Facebook, Twitter, and Insta. Apart from that, we also have added the dark and white mode, because now that's become a de facto standard for any of the web application. Coming to the utilities, we actually have three main headings here, which is the blog section, which is purely managed by a separate SaaS application called Contentful. So there is a content. So we have our application linked to a Contentful website, and whenever you update the Contentful website, your posts will be published on the application automatically. Right. Now moving on, we also have something called cart management. Cart management is something, but if the user has already ordered or is trying to shop some service, that will be visible during his session. The last is a profile management. Yes, we do have an end-to-end customer and profile management, and user can definitely use his email address and password to log in and look at his order status. It doesn't mean that user always have to log in to prescribe or order a service. He can always order as a guest, and behind the scenes the application will link up with his email address and mobile. If you guys have been following the videos, in the previous video, we have seen that they were like, we have created three products for our application, and that's the reason why we have three applications. And if you start adding new products in the backend, we will start having more links here. But let's go ahead and start look at the standard, if you traverse the website, the other parts of the website section includes the utilities that the website provides, and also some information about why our web app or the service platform is better than the others, and also some kind of informational things such as the products that we are going to service on the platform. In the end, we also have the actual standard footer sections which you can also customize. So let's start working around the order management here. So let's go to the workflow, and I assume that I have to order one of the IV therapies, and then yes, so here you see that the price of the service and the location that's available, which is purely configurable from the backend. For example, this service is only available in Colorado. You can definitely select as only as a Colorado of the selection, and in the UI it will reflect as Colorado. Let's go and purchase this, or I would say try to add the service to my cart, and the application is trying to connect to the backend and start the cart management. So the first and foremost thing that you see in the shopping mart is that it's in stock. So you can always do your inventory management and also ensure that the customer is notified ahead of time if the service is available or not available. So let's go ahead with the checkout process now. Once you start the checkout, we'll start the workflow where user can start by entering his email address. So let me start by entering my email address and let backend know that I'm ready to start the order. So that's the contact information, and then the second step is automatically selected based on the option the user has selected. But this screen also provisions the users to select and deselect and delete or do all sorts of CRUD operations. Then moving on, the third service is sorry, the third process is to select the date and time slot. So we are going to select, for example, I want to select at 6:30 p.m. and then I move on to the last and final step, which is the billing info, and I will try to populate my information as expected. So I have just inputted the right information on the billing information because that's where the invoice will have the information for. And now that I'm all ready to, set the confirm the order, so I just click the confirm order button and then bang, the order is sent to the uh, backend, and an email is sent to the customer that his order was, successfully processed, and that's pretty much it from the customer point of view. So here the customer experience ends, and then I will show you how the admin will start processing the orders. Yeah, before even moving on, I would also show you how the email that I've just received based on the, the order that I have sent. So this is exactly what the order I have placed or the service I'm going to take, and all my address details. Right. Moving on, we have to know that now the order is placed and it's ready for the administrator to start actioning. So I'll move on to the dashboard, which we have already seen it. So now if you see, we already have 2 orders and the sales for today was 470 USDs. So I'll just refresh my page to see if, I've got any new orders. And then, oh, that's alrighty. I'll just punch in my details. Right, I'm back on my screen, and if you see that, yes, I've got a new order, I've got an email, I've also known what my top products are. So let's right away go to the order section. And if I go to my order sections today, uh, it will just tell me like just a couple of minutes or 2 minutes ago, somebody has actually, purchased a product or a service from my website, and you have all the details here. So this is how the whole end-to-end order management works. So the important to note is that the platform supports the metadata, and the date and time is what we're trying to figure out in this screen. So the admin actually can see at what time the appointment is scheduled, and he can work out with the partners and the customers accordingly. So this ends the video for the whole end-to-end process. I hope you like it. Yeah, thank you all.